Okay, I just want to say for starters, I if I haven't said this before, and I don't think I have, the chemistry between Mandy and Sonya when they're on screen is a 10. They play along or play off of one another extremely well, and it is displayed in this scene that we see with uh, Sonya asking Mandy to have Otis come out. Now, I'm thinking the way this is looking, that Sonya thinks that Otis is quote unquote good luck or just a distraction, and she is still at the point where she doesn't think that Mandy might be into him. But then again, kind of going with what I'm saying last week, Mandy is still, I don't know if I want to say she's uncertain or playing dumb, or I'm still a little off. Well, she's not fully committing to Otis. Let's put it like that. If this is the direction, quote unquote, romance that they're leading into. But I already knew that once she had asked what was going to happen, Sonya assuming that the same thing was going to work. Laverne and Shirley are truly the iconics. In my opinion, the iconics are nuts. But I kind of get it. I get the reference. But that's just my feelings on it. Maybe you two are more like Cagney and Lacey, if you get that reference. Okay, reviewing the match, I can see a little bit more interaction between Mandy looking over at Otis. So that's saying something without saying something, or at least alluding to and playing off of the viewer, if you're paying attention how I am. Okay, as I stated earlier, I knew that Sonya was going to lose the match. I just didn't know how. And of course, Mandy gets pushed by Nikki Crossface. And for some reason, when Otis catches her, looks very familiar. Oh, yeah. That's why. Okay, with Otis catching her, and she's smiling at him, is a bit more revelation that this is more of a possibility, a bit more playing that she might like him, rather than playing the fence. Even though I don't know what's going on between the dynamic backstage with them, her and Sonya having this conversation. Like, basically something has to be admitted, which hopefully is going to come out as this storyline progresses. Man, when dude takes his shirt off and just starts wilding out, he is a trip. He is a real comedic blessing that I hope that they do not ruin, man. Corey Graves' line about seeing Otis climb on the top of the Empire State Building. Classic. Again, this is not taking anything away from the talent. This is just my own curiosities. I'm not understanding, and based off the history that I tracked, is why is Alexa Bliss constantly beating Sonya Deville? Sonya Deville is she should, her middle name should be Jet. It should be Sonya the Jet Deville, because she is so goddamn fast in the ring. I mean, she moves like with rapid speed and skill set. Like, I just don't get, her punches are very fast. She catches you. She can come off the rope and pop and just, I mean, look, I'm all for storyline, in-ring storyline, I get it, but more than likely going to do a deeper dive at another time on this, maybe soon. I've been reviewing a lot of the girls' matches, and there's a match where it's Sonya Deville versus Charlotte Flair. Michael Cole, I think it was, and if it wasn't Michael Cole, it was another commentator, but they made mention of something. They said Sonya Deville is one of the few people that can go power to power with Charlotte Flair. And if that's the case, like, how is this little one doing all this magic, pinning them? And then I'm watching the one of the Royal Rumbles, and she's just like laying out Charlotte Flair with these flips, and she tosses out Sonya Deville with just a punch. I mean, look, I'm sure there's power in punches, but I don't know. Like I said before, Sonya's fast. She's a jet. This is just one of life's many backstage mysteries that I don't understand, especially watching Alexa being such a manipulator not so long ago in order to win matches, to like just single-handedly just beating people. You know, it is what it is. And I mean like beating people very easily. Let's put it that way. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay, I want to go back to the dressing room earlier. This is what I would have done, ladies, which is basically a replay / reverse of what happened last week, which is you see Sonya getting prepped. Mandy comes up, hypes her. She gets ready to head out. Sonya tells her, go ahead, I just want to get a few seconds to myself. Mandy leaves, and then you see Sonya pulls out a box of cupcakes. Of course, you cut to a match. Then when you come back, you'd see Sonya approach Otis and Tucker. She would offer the cupcakes to Otis. Otis gets all crazy. Sonya offers him the cupcakes, tells him she has a match, and tells him, hey, you should watch, which is alluding that maybe you should come out. Saying it without saying it, right? He looks over the cupcakes, his mouth is watering. The match takes place, but it ends differently. Mandy tries to interrupt, gets hit by Nikki Cross. Sonya still takes the L. Then Mandy gets in the ring. Sonya's still freaking out as to why she lost. But meanwhile, she's looking around. She's looking around to see, like, where the hell was Otis? Minutes later, the girls are in the back. Sonya's frustrated. Walking with Mandy, of course, right? As they're walking, you see Otis on a gurney being wheeled into an ambulance, and they're freaking out, like, what the hell happened? Mandy's like, what happened? And Tucker is like, we think it was the cupcakes. And then Otis goes, my mom said it should never have gluten, right? Push him into the ambulance. They pull out. Mandy and Sonya's still there. And then Mandy's like, cupcakes? Like, where the hell did he get cupcakes? And Sonya just says nothing. But there's like a look of guilt that's on her face, but she still says nothing. What do you think of those apples? I'm still interested in this storyline. It's way better, as many have said, better than Lana, Lashley, Liv, to the point, like I've already mentioned another clip that I put up, that I've pretty much just abandoned watching Raw. So it just is what it is. But let's just see how the story's progressing and still keeping my interest. But these are just little things that, creatively, like, what I would have done. So